becoming a classical guitarist once he had wrapped up the Diary of a Madman tour. But unfortunately, that was not meant to be.
According to police, the three were on an early morning joyride after staying up over 24 hours, while some members of the Ozzy Osbourne band slept in their tour bus parked next to the house. The other three buzzed overhead, circling the bus 3 times. On the 4th time, they didn't make it.
On March 19, 1982, at approximately 9 a.m., Randy Rhoads, makeup artist Rachel Youngblood, and tour bus driver pilot Andrew Aycock would pass away in a tragic airplane crash. Ozzy would later go on to admit that Aycock, the pilot, had been doing coke all night prior to the crash.
The plane had been flying treetop level roughly 3 times, and then after the 4th pass, he tipped the bus on the opposite side, and then it went over the top of the bus, the plane did, and hit a pine tree in the front yard, and after it hit the pine tree, it nosedived into the home.
The home then burst into flames, and killed were the band's lead guitarist, hairdresser, and bus driver, 36-year-old Andrew Aycock, who was also the plane's pilot. They were flying in a Beechcraft Bonanza like this one. No one was injured in the home, which is reportedly owned by country music singer Jerry Calhoun.
Ozzy has said that that day was the absolute worst day of his life. Randy Rhoads was only 25 years old at the time of his death. The news that day would go on to shock the world, as it had just lost one of the greatest guitar players of all time. In his book, I Am Ozzy, Osbourne said, "Randy was laid to rest at a place called Mountain View Cemetery, where his grandparents were buried. I made a vow there and then to honor his death every year by sending flowers. Unlike most of my vows, I kept it, but I've never been back to his graveside. I'd like to go there again one day before I finally join him on the other side." It was also in 1982 that Ozzy would finalize his divorce with his first wife, Thelma Riley. He has since stated that his marriage to her was a terrible mistake. He admitted to having countless affairs while being on tour. "I put that woman through hell. I should have never married her. She didn't deserve it, she wasn't a bad person, and she wasn't a bad wife. But I was a fucking nightmare." Later on in that same year, he would go on to marry Sharon Arden, daughter of Black Sabbath manager Don Arden, who he had actually been seeing since 1980. But you know her better today as Sharon Osbourne. Ozzy would then release 3 more solo albums prior to the end of the 80s, with Bark at the Moon, The Ultimate Sin, and No Rest for the Wicked. While his career was continuing to flourish, he continued his heavy use of substance abuse. And during the same time frame, Ozzy would also have to face some tough legal battles. 2 different families tried to sue Ozzy, stating that his music was the cause of their children's deaths. They claimed that their children were perfectly ordinary, happy, well-adjusted prior to